This video is sponsored by Deep Cut Studios. For a wide range of fantastic gaming resources such as battle mats, dice trays and pre-painted bases, check out the description below.
Hi guys, welcome back to TNG Productions. My name is Tom. We're back with another Season 2 Malifaux Battle Report, and today we've got a new faction that's going to be in play. So I'll introduce my guest into screen as I just pop out. Obviously social distance measures are still in place. So this is the wonderful Darren, hello.
Welcome back.
Who is this new faction that we're bringing in?
I'm bringing Misaki and the Last Blossoms from the Ten Thunders faction.
So you've shirked your Marcus ball, you're on to Ten Thunders now.
I like to flit. Like I say, just change is a good thing.
So we're going to be playing a 50 Soulstone game with the Ten Thunders. How do you find the faction, mate?
Aggressive. Very, very aggressive. In your face, fast. Some superb upgrades. Probably one of the best factions in the game, which may be why I brought them. But totally balanced.
Get off screen, you cheeser. Get going. So, before we start, same proviso as always. These are relatively new crews that we are somewhat unfamiliar with. So our gameplay and our knowledge of the rules are going to be out the window. Go somewhere else for that. But hopefully it'll be an enjoyable battle report and hopefully it'll inspire you to maybe consider one of these two factions. So we'll go and show you them right now.
And we're back with my crew for today. It's Leveticus and the amalgam keyword of the Outcasts. If you want to know exactly what they do, have a look at our Molly versus Levy first game of this season battle report, where I'll talk through their mechanics in a bit more detail. But essentially they do damage, and Levy does irreducible damage, and these guys tend to do damage through an ability called Entropy and one called Unmade when they're near or being attacked by other models. Aside from that, they're a good mix of shooting, combat and nippiness. They're kind of a very balanced crew, and we're hopefully looking to do as much damage as we can as we get across the board.
And this is Darren's 10 Thunders crew for today's battle report. Now, unfortunately, the audio is corrupted, so I'm having to record over this during editing. But as you can see, he's brought this beautifully painted crew, which is the Last Blossom keyword, and they are led by Misaki, who you can see in the blue dress. Now, as far as I know from the story, she is essentially someone who has usurped the throne of the 10 Thunders from her father and is now kind of in control of it. Now, her main mechanic is that she can drop down shadow markers during the start phase, and essentially she buries herself to come off the board and then can pop up with those. Now, apart from that, she's rocking 2 incredible stat 7 attacks and can beat the living daylights out of you, and is essentially quite nippy and can get stuck in. Now, Darren has equipped her with the Masked Agent upgrade card, and that has 2 really good abilities. Now, the first one is the fact that essentially she is able to ignore any resistance triggers, which is really, really useful with the Relentless rule against someone like Leveticus. The second one is with me, so whenever she declares a charge action, she can choose a friendly model within 2 inches of herself and then essentially pop that model in base contact with the target, so it allows her to get her quite slow models up the field really quickly. Her totem is called Shang, and that gives her the ever invaluable Arcane Reservoir for an extra card in her hand, and also can be used as one of those shadow markers for Misaki to jump out of, shall we say. Alongside her is the incredibly strong Minako. Now, she's the one with the blades at the front. She is a combination of a beta and a summoner, and also has some really interesting mechanics involving karma, that essentially she can put an upgrade on the opponent where they take damage whenever she takes damage. That's the first henchman. The second henchman is a lot more straightforward. It's the Ototo, who's the guy with the giant impact mace behind her. Essentially, he is pure beta. Beats the living daylights out of things, can heal quite quickly, and across the whole crew, their moderate to severe damage is very, very strong. So if they get decent hits, that's really powerful, and quite a lot of them have got the ability where they can charge through. So essentially, when they complete a melee action that as a result of a charge, they get a positive flip on the damage flips. They're hitting those moderates and those severes far more. The other big guy who's got the flags on his back is a crime boss. Again, really quick beta, can move around quite a lot thanks to Misaki's shenanigans. And then we've got the 2 flanking models. So on the left-hand side, Darren has decided to hire outside of keyword, which we've allowed him to, despite the disgraceful, dishonesty of it all. He's got Sun Quang, who is just ridiculously good. Defense 7, willpower 6, but is just a healing machine. So if people take damage near him, he can bedside manner them, pull them close to him, and then when they place, he heals them. He's got an ability to kind of assist and gain fast, as do many of Misaki's models actually. Not the assist, but when they kill someone, they gain fast. I think it's like an assassin rule they've got. And then finally, on the right-hand side of his crew, you can see he's got samurai, but not like a normal samurai as we'd think. We're going a bit sucker punch with this. It's a samurai with a Gatling gun. who again, relatively slow, but with all the shenanigans can get up the field quite quickly, and has a very high threat range with that Gatling gun that can deal some real big hurt. Now, massive thank you for Darren for bringing these over. Again, I'm sure he'd say this in his own words, but I'm just going to once again compliment him on his beautiful paint job. He was finishing these off the week before, and I think you can agree he's done a wonderful job. So anyway, let's go have a look at the board.
And this is the battlefield set up, ready to go for our first turn. And I'm imagining kind of new Malifaux settlements in old Malifaux town. That's the aesthetic that we're going for today.
Yes.
But it's quite simple corner deployment, really. You just put everything forward and hopefully get stuck in. So it's worth saying we're playing Symbols of Authority, and this is the one where you put 4 markers down in your half, and essentially you have to get to your opponent's one and use an interact to remove them. So Darren is using these flames because 10 Thunders.
Burning.
I'm using weird corrupted idols because Leveticus. And essentially that's our main focus. The halfway line centre point, just in case you want to know for reference, there is a token down. It's hidden behind the baggage crate right in the middle of the board. Aside from that, it's pretty straightforward. So, corner deployment, Symbols of Authority. The scheme pool I'll flash on screen now. We have got Let Them Bleed, Research Mission, Spread Them Out, Runic Binding, and Vendetta. And I will also flash up which ones Darren and myself have gone for, so you can play along at home. Now, after deploying, we've had a lot of shenanigans happen because we've got shenanigan-y crews. So Levy's felt energetic for an old man. He's made his 6-inch Herald advance, and your leader's just peace out. She's just gone.
Yeah, Misaki's, one of her abilities is in the start phase. She can bury herself and place 2 shadow markers within 8 inches of where she was before she buried. And she can then use those to unbury later in the turn. So I've deployed my 2 shadow markers forward of the crew because the crew does use them for some of their other mechanics as well.
Yeah, so basically think whack-a-mole, and that's essentially going to be the situation there. We've drawn our cards. Neither of us have used Soul Stones because we kind of want to keep hold of them at this stage. We flip for initiative. I flipped a 6, Darren flipped an 11, and you have elected to go second, which makes sense with the smaller crew size. I think you've got 2 pass tokens to start with, but depending on how summons and things go, we'll go on to that next. So we'll go to the first activation of turn 1, which is going to be the Outcasts crew. Okay then, this is my hand going into the first turn, just so you can play along at home. My Hollow Waif is going to go first. She's simply going to make a walk action to here, and then a second one to here, just to inspect the Symbol of Authority and make sure it's all symbol-y and authoritarian.
So this is my opening hand for the first turn, remembering I've got Arcane Reservoir for a handy 7 cards.
I'm always jealous of Arcane Reservoir.
Yeah, he's actually, you can see the jealousy in his
see
eyes
this
at the moment.
every time someone's like, I've got Arcane Reservoir, like, oh, do you? Through gritted teeth.
So I will start off with the Katanaka Crime Boss. And he's going to start off by trying to use his bonus action of Thunder's Territory to target the shadow marker, which is just in front of him. And if he passes stat 6, target number 10, he gets to place in base to base with it. And on triggers, do other things that aren't relevant today. So, needs a 4, gets a 10. So he places...
It's just moving for you.
Yep. Then he's going to take a walk action for 4 inches to just shuffle himself behind the wall, and he is going to focus. And that is his activation.
Last one was so nice, we might as well do it twice. So Hollow Wave number 2 is also going to take a walk action to here, and then she's just going to take a second walk action to here, just trying to stay somewhere with some blocking terrain with all those scary Gatling guns and stuff.
And for my next activation, I'm going to go with a Toto. And he is going to take his tactical action, which is the storm is coming, to attempt to place a destructible concealing shadow marker down. So another shadow marker is going to hopefully get put onto the table.
So you've already put it down?
I've already put it
6
down.
inches, which is quite a nice range for it.
It is, and it's stat 5 needing a 10, and I'm really hoping to get a mask on this as well for his trigger. So we get the 11 of Tomes.
Do you want to cheat by any chance?
There will be a cheat. It's going to be a higher cheat than I want, but I'm going to put an 11 of Masks in. So what that does is that allows him to actually place into base to base with that shadow marker. So he will teleport to here, and then in a repeat of the previous turn, he will also focus.
Darren's just insulting my models there. He's just turned around and said, well, I've activated important stuff, you've just got chaff. And I was like, well, I love my chaff. Leave him alone. So, Necropunk, chaff number 6 or whatever he is, he's going to try and leap. So, stat 4 needing a 10, so we need a 6 here.
Pow! It's almost like I planned it. So, he's going to place himself literally where I've put the marker here. He's then going to take a 5-inch walk action, which is just going to finish shy because he wants the concealment of the tree. And then he's going to concentrate to gain a point of focus.
Okay, continuing with the theme of activating important models.
Yeah, you rub it in now.
Well, I'm going to activate them whilst they're still on the table before Levy removes them.
Soulstone models over there. 10 Thunders just like rinsing their Soulstone, put money.
Yeah. So Minako Rei is going to activate, and she's going to start off by taking a walk action over to here. And she's then going to attempt her tactical action, which is create Katashiro. So she targets a scrap or ski marker within 3 inches. Stat 5, and she needs a 17 of tomes.
But she can use a shadow marker for this summon rather than a scheme or scrap, yeah?
It should be a scrap marker or a shadow marker. I do apologise, not a ski marker. But if she uses a shadow marker, she gets a +2 to her cast. So she goes from a stat 5 to a stat 7. So basically she needs a 10 of tomes. So this is where we see how the cards like me. That's not a 10 of tomes.
It's a 5 of rams. Can we appreciate the pixel deck, by the way? I just wanted to show, like, this is so cool. I've not seen this one before. Darren just turned up with, like, the cool deck and, like, look at this. And I was like, I want it now.
Well, because I'm going to bring in another cool card, so we're going to have this. Keris, who's going to help me summon.
So cool.
So that will remove the marker and put a Katashiro into play with slow. So we'll have a Katashiro appear here.
Now I get a pass token, which is nice.
Well, I've got 2, so I lose 1.
Yeah, essentially.
So now I'm nearly as many models as you. And Minako is then going to use her bonus action, which looks at how many cards I've got in hand and how many cards you got in hand.
Oh, I think I've got a full hand.
So if you have a full hand of 6, I've actually spent 2 of my cards.
Yeah, I've got 6.
So I get to draw a card. No flip, I just draw a card.
Just happens.
And that's Minako Rei's turn done.
Lovely. I say this every battle report, but my pursuit of a pretty board, it does not go in line with my pursuit of getting the tripod in a comfortable position. But anyway, Ashes and Dust is going to drop a scheme marker here for prospector reasons, and then, actually no, he's not. He's going to move first, then he's going to drop it. That would be sensible. So 7-inch move, drop me to there, taking the tree with me, and then I'm just going to drop a scheme marker into base contact. Hello, who's this that's just popped up into the game?
So Minako Rei last turn wondered where the boss was. Misaki's gone. Hang on, I'm here. It's all good. It's all good, guys. So she appears in base to base with her shadow marker, which then gets removed.
I like the other ones just herald. They're like storm is coming, and then poof, here she is.
Yeah, a lot of the crews we see abilities being named. A lot of the stuff is actually named around her. It's really, really cool. So because I've activated Minako Rei, a Toto, and the Katanaka crime boss, I've activated 3 models. So for every 2 models, she's actually -1 movement now. So she's gone down from move 5 to move 4. But her first action is to try and use her Oyabun's command on the samurai to make him charge.
Nice. So what does she need for this then?
So this is stat 6. It needs a 14. It's other friendly model only. So any 8 will do. And we go with a 10. So he will now make a charge.
How far does he move, mate?
He moves 6 on a charge.
Is he going just straight forward?
Straight forward to behind the tree.
Perfect, he can just go whoop.
Misaki, strangely enough, is then just going to focus. And you know what? She liked doing that. She's going to try doing it again to bring him forward a bit more.
Oh, okay.
Let's go aggro. That's not an aggro.
Do you want to cheat in some more aggro?
We will cheat in. You see, it's almost like I'm playing Arcanists again because let's have all the tomes.
Another 6-inch charge?
Another 6-inch charge.
Where's he barreling to?
He's going to barrel to behind.
He's scanning.
You know,
I think if you want to go...
He's just going to move... Oh,
about there?
Sorry, he's going to just move up a little bit.
I like it.
And she is then going to try her final action, which is a bonus action of Abandon Honor.
So is that her bonus action here?
So basically this is stat 6 needs a 10.
This is really good, this ability.
So any 4. And that's a 6 of masks. And what this does is it shuffles 1 card from my discard pile back into my deck for every model that hasn't yet activated this turn. So I have the Samurai, I've got the Katashiro, I've got Sun Hyang, and I've got Shang. So 4 models, so 4 cards get shuffled back in.
Lovely.
And surprisingly enough,
the big cards are going back in.
We'll be having a 12, an 11, an 11, and an 11 back in our deck.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
So I'll shuffle those back in, and that's her activation done.
Okay, so my prospector is going to go. He's going to go par for the course. He's going to gain the stun condition to give me a soul stone. Also, at the start of his activation, he can use his dowsing stick, so he can push up to 3 inches towards any ski marker within his line of sight. So that'll push him to here. That conveniently puts him in his range to appraise. So I'm gonna have to remove this marker, and then this is a stat 6 needing a 10. Let's see how he does. Quacha, we get a 9, lovely. So what we now have to do is we have to flip a card, which can't be cheated, and based on the value, we get to do something super sexy. So let's see what we get. We flipped a 12, that's not bad at all. So 11 to 14, drop this model's choice of either a friendly or an enemy scheme marker anywhere within range, then draw a card. Can I have a scheme marker, please, my love?
You may have a scheme marker, sir.
And while you do that, I'm then gonna just draw a card. So I'm going to draw this, which I think is going to mean that I have to discard one. Thank you, my dear. I'm going to just drop that literally into base contact with him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to discard this 3. So I've used 1 AP so far, haven't I? I've still got another AP.
No, you don't need it. You don't want it. It's not. Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, do you know what he's going to do? He's just going to take an interact action and just remove this, because then I get a soul stone. So this will fetch a high price. After this model uses the interact action to remove an enemy scheme marker, add 1 soul stone to this crew's soul stone pool. I think that's probably the most straightforward thing to do.
It's almost like you're getting revenge on me for using a soul stone marker.
It's almost like I am. And then his stun will go at the end of his activation, and that's him done. He's not actually in shot yet, but go ahead.
So my activation is really easy. I'm going to go with Mr. Sun Qiang, the healer, and he is just going to walk up behind my cluster of expensive friends to give them just a little bit of support. It's a double walk, can't take his bonus action, so that's him done.
Marlena Webster, she's going to go. She's going to make a 5-inch mosey on just to this position here. She's then going to take the focus action, well, it's concentrate action, shall we say. And then she's just going to attempt to etheric heal. So this is a stat 4 with a built-in tome, needing a 10, so we want a 6 here. Get a 13, that'll do. And then I am going to discard this 4 to heal nothing. But because of the trigger, Surge, I get to draw a card, which means I draw this. And that is Marlena Alder.
So, because I brought it in, I think I might as well use it. I'm going to activate my paper doll, the Katashiro. He is slow, so he's only got 1 AP. So he's going to start off by taking his first walk action to here. And then he's going to use his bonus action, so he's going to be blown on the wind to place him anywhere within range. And he is going to be placed just in front of the samurai over here.
Discard a card, nice and easy.
Yeah, absolutely done.
Ignore me, the someone doesn't discard a card, so I was looking at the other bonus action at the time. Anyway, Rusty Alice, she's going to make a move to here, 4-inch little limp. She's going to take the concentrate action to gain a point of focus. And then she's just going to try and create a trap, I think. So this is a stat 6 needing a 12, so we want a 6 or above here. Get a 12, that'll do. And then essentially she gets to create a trap within 2 inches, and I think she's essentially just going to chuck it literally there in between the bonfire and her. And that's her done.
So, really simple activation for me. I do actually have some cheap models. I will use my totem because he's cheap, and he's going to take 2 walks to there.
They're all crowding around this tree.
We are holding this tree. This tree is Temple's territory.
We will live or die by this tree. Right then, we're going to go with my Scavenger. The first thing he's going to use is tools for the job. So he's going to discard this crappy 3 to draw this infinitely more attractive 12. Not just because Sonia's on it. A little bit of guild love going there. He's then going to try and weird device Rusty Alice. Why not? So 8-inch range. This is a stat 5 needing a 12. He gets a 2, that's not quite what we want, so I'm going to cheat in a 7 of masks, which will have the vanish trigger. So, simply Alice gains a point of focus, and what vanish allows the Scavenger to do is place himself anywhere within 8 inches, which is a little bit good.
So he suddenly goes from being here to basically behind Leveticus, which is not a bad little bit of a jump. And I think at this stage, what he's going to do after that is he's probably just going to make a 5-inch move, and I might need to pull the camera up in a second, but you might be able to catch him in shot. He's going to move 5 inches around the back of the boss, just to...
What's going on here?
No, just look at him bounce up the pitch. Look at him go. He's just like, I am well up there. I don't know what he's shooting because there's nothing on that side of the battlefield, but there is some of your symbols of authority he might be able to ninja his way to.
No, we don't like that.
Okay, so we just past tokened ourselves out there, so we're back to normal activation. So Levy's up next.
Yeah.
And he's used his Sanguine Evocations to have a look at the top 3 cards of my deck. He's going to make a move action, just to stand into cover here, where he can just about draw a line of sight to your big lad over there, your Takanaka crime boss. Is that even close?
Fat lad.
Fat lad, alright.
Katanaka crime boss.
Katanaka crime boss, there we go. Oh, it's just got such nice, like, the consonants are really, I don't know, it's a weird thing with words. But he's gonna just shoot him, so the cover doesn't matter because this is a willpower shot, conveniently. So Levy's going to use his Unmaking ability, which is stat 6 versus your willpower. However, I'm going to channel it, because you are in cover, it still will pose a negative to my damage flip.
And I am willpower 6.
Do you want to drop your focus or anything?
No, I'm quite happy where I am.
Okay, so stat 6 versus defense 6, positive flip for me, straight flip for you. If you just put your card there, mate.
I am on an 11.
I'm on a 15. Do you want to cheat anything?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so that'll be a negative flip, which will go to a straight flip, which goes back down to a negative flip because of your cover. I believe that's the way that works. Because cover is +1 to your defense, and it imposes a negative on any damage flip versus shooting. So you haven't got the defensive bonus, so negative flip essentially here.
Yeah.
This will be doing 2, 3, 4 irreducible.
Oh, so, we don't like that.
2 cards lowest, that's a moderate.
Black Joker.
And a weak. 2 irreducible damage.
I will take 2 irreducible damage. However, because I'm within 3 inches of Sun Qiang,
you can place away.
I will discard this really useful card to into base to base with Sun Qiang. And because Sun Qiang's aura, whenever a model is placed next to him,
you actually heal one of those back, yeah.
So I've taken 1 damage.
That'll do. And then I will quickly measure up for Levy just to see if he can get anywhere near anything else. Second action for Levy, or third action for Levy actually, he's just very aware that there's a Gatling gun on the other side of the battlefield, so he's just going to mosey to this position here and hang out as we go for the Samurai to round off the turn.
So, last activation of the turn, the Samurai is going to go, and because he's got Blade Rush, he can actually charge through models. If they're an enemy, they take a point of damage, but the Katashiro is not an enemy. So he is first of all going to charge to here.
Just bats it out of the way.
Coming through. I will just point out, this is a movement 4 model that's now here. At the end of turn 1.
Just crazy quick.
I will then concentrate for his bonus action, because Samurai concentrate for bonus actions.
Yeah.
And he will then shoot at...
It's worth saying the movement 4, rush is the reason you could go.
Yes, he's got +2 movement on the rush.
And you're going to shoot a waif.
I'm going to shoot the waif.
Poor waif.
Waif.
So you'd be on a, what, positive flip?
Positive flip for his gun. He's going to burn his focus for another positive.
Concealing terrain, negative, so just a net positive versus her defense.
Yeah.
I've got defense of 5.
Shoot of 5.
Okay. I'm on 14 currently.
I'm also on 14.
Oh, so it's me to shoot first. I will go to a 17.
I will go to an 18.
An 18, just make sure those are in. I think they're in shot there. There we go, 18. So, negative flip goes to a straight flip because you focused.
Yep.
Damage track is horrendous for this.
2, 4, 6. I haven't got the blast trigger, which is what I really would have liked, but I'll live with that. So, damage flip is a 3. How much health does she have?
She has 5 in total.
She has 5 in total. We'll take a chunk off her.
Okay, so that is 4 damage. 2, 3, 4. Puts her on 1 measly health, and Levy sheds a single tear as his, waifu question mark takes a lump of health. And this is the picture at the end of turn 1 going into turn 2, and very skirmishy, shall we say. Apart from that big hit that went into the wave, it's very much positional play here.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I will just remember
this guy sucks.
Misaki has left the board.
Yeah, she's got a focus though, and you've put your markers down already. So we've got one that's just dropped here. Where's the other one that you dropped?
Right in the middle of the table.
Right in the middle of the table, just there. Yeah, I don't like this. This man can do one with his healing shenanigans. But so far, it's very much a case of positional play. Now, it's going to be interesting with that samurai getting even further forward, the damage that it can put out, because it's in range to do a lot of pain now. But aside from that, any thoughts from you so far?
I'm pleased with where the samurai is, because he's now commanding the centre of the board.
Definitely.
And he's got as far forward as he would have done if I'd actually given him the ninja upgrade, which quite often gets put on him.
Yeah. So we've done our cards. Both myself and Darren have stoned because we didn't like what we drew. And we flipped for initiative. I flipped a 13. Darren flipped
I got a 7.
A 7. So we're going to go with the first activation of turn 2, which now we can actually start thinking about scoring, which is going to be the Outcasts. Right, if in doubt, score points. This is the way we're going. So Leveticus is going to go first. He's used his Sanguinifications to look at the top 3 cards of my deck. And he just point to make prizes really in this situation. He's going to move to this position here. He's going to interact to remove this marker, which will score me a point this turn. And then he's just going to charge to that position.
Damn you for playing the game, Tom. Damn
Curse
you
you for playing properly. It's going against all of my wants and needs. So Leveticus is going to death touch. This is stat 5 versus your defense. I will flip here, mate, if you flip like that.
My mighty defense of 4. Be afraid.
Stat 5. So here we go. I knew what was coming. Oh, it's still good. It's still good.
16.
More. What's Joker's 14, isn't it? So 19. I'm going to choose the Necrotic Decay trigger, which is built in with a crow anyway. Leveticus is going to take 2 damage, and he will add that 2 damage to the damage flip here. So I haven't channeled, so it's still a negative flip, but this is why I kind of moaned with the card that I flipped, Darren, because it's a severe and a severe, which is going to be 4 irreducible damage, down up to 6 because of my Necrotic Decay trigger.
We didn't like that.
Now, it's an awkward thing with Levy. It's like, you know you've got a good flip, but at the same time you know that's 3 severes that have gone walkies, if that makes sense.
It is, and I don't know what else you've really got that can threaten a Toto to finish him off this round, so we'll have to see what he does.
Yeah, so you can do some healing shenanigans. That drops him down to how much health, mate?
He has 4 left.
Lovely, and that will do for Leveticus.
Okay, so if your master's activating first, then my master is not going to be left out. She's also going to activate next.
It's worth saying I didn't show my hand. Do you want to show yours and I'll show mine on the next activation, mate?
So this is my lovely shiny hand for the turn.
So your master's popped out.
Yep. It's first activation, so she's not suffering any negatives to a movement.
No.
She's going to remove her shadow marker delicately around the terrain. She's going to move to here, because she's got a 2-inch reach.
So this is a charge action.
Charge action. Now, because she has the Masked Agent upgrade, she can bring a friend with her. So the samurai, because he was within 2 inches at the start of the turn, gets placed in base to base.
With the charged model. Which
With the
is
charged model.
even nastier, really.
So he is going to go here. And Misaki is then going to attempt to
Attack my Necropunk.
teach him the error of his ways.
He's got a defense of 4, so he's not particularly strong here.
So,
Your stat 7, obviously.
stat 7
Misaki.
because Misaki. That's an 18.
I'm up to a 13. I will just cheat in this 9 of rams for studied opponent reasons, if we have the same.
To draw a card.
Yeah, essentially.
So I am on 18, you're on
13. So negative flip.
negative flip.
I'm going to draw my card casually.
You're
now.
hard to wound.
I am hard to win, I'm armor 1, so this will be a negative flip.
However, because I've charged, I get a positive flip because Misaki gets a positive flip on charges.
So it's just a straight negative because of the
So
damage.
it's a straight
difference.
negative. Straight negative, that seems like
Straight negative doesn't make any sense.
She has got the Rams trigger for crit strike. So a moderate and a weak, so 3.
3 damage. Armor 1, so 2. I've drawn my card off camera.
And she will swing again.
Lovely. So again, stat 4 for my defense, stat 7 for your attack. Oh no.
That'll be a 19.
Oh, okay.
With the execute trigger.
With the execute. How dare you? I'm going to go to 14, again, just to take advantage of my studied opponent. So you're going to be, so 14 to 19, difference of 5.
So it's a double negative.
Because I'm hard to wound.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we've got a severe and a moderate, so 4.
Double negative, one more.
Oh, one more. Damn you, severe. Moderate.
So, moderate of
4, I believe.
4.
4. Yep, 2, 4, 5.
So down to 3 because of my armour. 1 health left. I'm going to take my studied opponent card because I'm fishing for good cards.
Strangely enough, she is going to swing again.
Rudeness. Right, so stat 7 plus.
But she's going to focus.
She's going to focus?
She's going to use a focus.
Oh yeah, she's got a focus on her, hasn't she?
15.
Okay. 17.
Do I really, really want him dead?
So, I mean, he's on 1 health, he's not feeling
Defense
good.
5, aren't you?
Defense 4.
Defense 4. We'll put an 11 of masks in.
So that'll take you to...
That will take me to 18.
Okay, so 17 for me, so there's not much I can do about this unless you Black Joker, so...
Double negative.
Double negative, flip.
Weak. Weak.
Here we go.
Severe. So weak of 2.
2 down to 1, that'll kill him. I don't think... Do I get my studied opponent after resolving the opposed duel? This model may draw... No, because the model's dead. So I'm going to say I don't get to draw anything there. And that's my poor little... Oh no, what an idiot. Man, forget my I drew flip to 13. Flip to 13, so I couldn't have done anything there, but I completely forgot I had a focus on him. What a fool. And is that Misaki all done?
She's going to attempt to use Oyabun's command.
So
Sorry,
is this a
abandon
bonus,
honour.
is this a bonus action? Yeah, to shuffle those good cards back in.
She wants the good cards back. So she needs a 4, 7 of crows. She gets her trigger.
Which is even better.
So I will have, for each model that's not activated yet, I can put a card back in, and for every crow I can make you stun unless you discard
Your
cards.
execute trigger, it was on that final attack, wasn't it?
It was on the second attack.
Second attack, so I do need to actually discard a card, because I did not do that.
I completely forgot that myself as well.
So I'm going to get rid of this too. So you're shuffling cards in, and for everyone you shuffle, every crow you shuffle in, I have to discard a card. Or gain stunned, isn't it? Or something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, strangely enough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle in these, which are 2 11s, a 12 and 2 13s, including 3 crows.
5 cards you shuffle back in.
Well, it's up to the number of models I've not yet
That's
to activate.
so good. So how many cards am I discarding?
Well, it's only going to trigger once on her, so
Okay.
just the one.
Just the one, so I'll get rid of my 4 of tomes.
To avoid her being stunned.
Yes. Lovely.
Yes, that didn't feel good for my Necropunk. Poor boy got absolutely destroyed. So that was a big activation of lots of different things happening there. You think you might have had a reposition, but we've just called it because we couldn't remember. So Hollow Waif is going to go before she dies because that seems the sensible thing to do. She is going to shoot the samurai because why not? So this is an entropic siphon. Stat 4 versus your defense. You're not at half health. So this is just going to be a basic thing. Your defense 4.
I am defense and willpower 4 for Iron Mighty.
So 7 currently for me.
14.
So first one will fail, and she's surprisingly just going to do it a second time. So again, stat 4 versus defense. Better, 15.
I will have 9.
Do you want to cheat anything, kid?
No, you may have that.
So straight flip, it will do no triggers here. 1, 2, 3, and injured +1.
Boo!
So I'll just check that there for a second. I've just noticed that. So damage flip, straight flip. Ba-ba! Moderate somehow. 2 damage, which will go down to 1 because you've got armor.
Yep.
Your armor 2, but you have to take a point of damage basically.
No, that's not the rules.
It's like shielding all over again. And I think that's the wee girl done.
Okay, so I'm going to go with the samurai, and after his heroics last turn, he's going to do a very, very straightforward action. He's going to start off by taking his point of damage from entropy.
This is the final last laugh of the Hollow Wave.
So he's now down to 6 health. Still injured, but he's going to declare a charge action, and he's going to charge through her. And because he's got charged through and it's an enemy model, I did 1 point of damage.
She's dead.
So no cards required.
I'll put a corpse marker literally there. It's also worth me saying I chose to put a corpse marker rather than a scrap marker because of reasons.
Because of reasons. I will then remove this with an interact action.
Lovely, so that'll get you a point. Marlena can't see you do it, so she doesn't get angry about it.
Yeah, she can stay away. And then I'm going to discard a card to Juggernaut. because I'm the Juggernaut. Good old Vinny. Discard that. To have a 1/2/4 heal for 1.
Takes him back up to
7.
Prospector for me then. He is going to gain the stun condition to give me a soul stone because that's what he do. He's then going to take the interact action just to chuck this on the floor, and he's then going to appraise it. He's just absolutely shocked that he's accidentally dropped some loot, so he's going to see what happens. So this is a stat 6 needing a 10. Almost flipped my discard pile there, that would have been a cheat. Get an 8, so that's successful. And then we flip a card and see what it is. So we flip a 1. That basically allows me to draw a card and then discard a card, which is not the worst thing in the world. So I draw this card and I will discard this card, and it's worth me actually saying now I should probably show you my hand at this stage of the game. There you go, that's what I'm playing with. And then he'll end his activation, lose his stunned. Job done.
So my next activation is really straightforward. I'm going to use the summoned Katashiro. He's going to walk 5 inches to the first position. Then he's going to use Blown by the Wind to the second position.
Just auto leap, which is just amazing.
And then he's going to interact with his second AP to make sure the ski marker's on your half of the table for reasons, and make sure it's in line of sight with, yep, bang on there.
Happy there.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Straightforward one for me. Hollow Waif is going to move twice. She's the only one Levy's got now, so she needs to make sure she stays in a relatively sensible position. So she's just going to tuck in behind this piece of cover here, and that will do for her.
Okay, very straightforward activation for me. Toto took some pain, so my 9-tailed fox is going to come and try and help him out. So Shang is going to walk over here. He's going to use his channeled healing ability, which can target buried models, but that's not really relevant at the moment. Toto's within 6. He's height 3, so can see him. Need a 6, stat 6, target number 12.
Nails it. Nails it.
And then he heals 1, 2, 3. I'd rather this the other way around. Oh well, I'll take that.
That'll do. 3. What's that
Heals
taking back
3.
up to?
That now takes him back up to 7.
That's not bad at all. Over to Marlena Webster then. She's in an interesting situation really. I think we know what's happening on this side of the board. Stopping it is going to be very difficult. So she's going to move 5 inches to there, and then she's just simply going to declare a charge. So within 1 inches, I'm going to drop my focus to get a positive flip here. I feel like that's a sensible thing to be doing. So this is going to be a stat 6 attack versus your injured defense of
3.
Okay, so let's see how we do. 13 and an 8.
Well, I'll have a 13. Is that all right there?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Oh, actually, if you go this side, mate, just so they can see it.
13.
I'm up to 19 currently. Do you want to cheat anything in?
No.
I'm going to declare the Protect the Child trigger. I could push Marlena 3 inches away. Yes, I will probably do that. So I'm going to declare the Protect the Child trigger. So this is a straight flip.
Well, you're on 19, I'm on 13, so straight positive for your focus.
Yes, indeedy. Let's see how she does. So
White Joker, please.
2, 4, 5 damage. Let's say moderate and a weak. You're armor 2, aren't you?
I am armor 2.
I'll cheat in the severe then for now. So 5 goes down to 3.
And he goes down to 4 health.
And Marlena then is just going to moonwalk 3 inches backwards. Just to...
Come back.
There, her claws are getting caught. Come here,
Come
go.
back.
Never, run away.
Okay, so Minako Ray's going to go first of all. She is going to take her first action to try and summon another Katashiro. So create Katashiro using this shadow marker. Needs a 10 of tomes. She's actually going to burn a soul stone for the tome. And we'll get a 7. Right suit, wrong number. We'll have a 10 of rams.
Lovely. So she can bring in another scary beastie.
Well, you say scary beastie. Paper doll.
Gets me a pass token.
Gives you a pass token. And for her second action, she's just going to take a wander up. She's got to move a 6, but just a little bit further forward to here. She's also going to take her bonus action whilst I remember and ask Tom how many cards he has in his hand.
No idea. 3, I think.
In which case, she is not going to bother.
3.
Because she doesn't get to draw a card because I've got more than Tom. So that is her turn done.
Over to my Scavenger then. He's going to use Tools for the Job to draw the 11 that I discarded and get rid of this 5. He's then going to attempt to weird device Rusty Alice. So this is a stat 5 needing a 12.
gets a 10, which will do, with the ram trigger, which will be mend. Alice will heal 2, but it doesn't really do anything. Gives her a point of focus though. So
How many focus does she have now?
3, she's a little bit loaded up. And then she's just too far away to do anything currently. And then my Scavenger's just going to mosey 5 inches just to this position here, as I need to get some more models over that line to try and start contesting things.
Okay, so my next activation is to activate the Katashiro that I've just brought in, who is slow, and it does come in with a flicker token.
Does take a point of damage from entropy, so Levy will heal 1 thanks to ruinous repairs, which takes him to 7.
And what I can do now is I will take my bonus action to place within 5 inches. So I will jump over
Conveniently
here,
next to Levy.
conveniently next to Levy. I will then make a melee attack because once per activation, when I place, I can swing at you.
So it's your stat of
Stats of 5.
versus my defense of 5.
And I'm going to gain another flicker token to have a positive to the attack and the damage flip.
So you gain 1 every time you do an attack, yeah?
Yeah, basically, when performing a duel, I can gain a flicker token to have a positive to the duel and any damage flips. At the end of my activation, if I've got 3 flicker tokens, I die.
Lovely. So you want to positive flip it, stat 5 versus my defense of 5. I'm on 8 currently.
I'll be on nothing.
Oh.
I will be on nothing.
Yeah,
But
it's gone now. It's gone now. Look at it.
Do
that
you
way.
get to declare your defensive trigger?
It is built in, yeah. So unmade. So point of irreducible damage.
I will take a point of irreducible damage, and I will then actually spend an AP for the.
Yeah, you can now. You can hit me. So you
And
can.
strangely enough, we'll do it again.
So positive flip for you.
Positive flip for me, knowing that the Black Joker's now gone.
Yeah, red joker's still in there somewhere though. 7 currently.
14.
I will go to 16.
I will say you can have that, sir.
So again, unmade. Not
Unmade.
that it matters because you're gonna die.
I die.
However, do I count as killing you? Or you count as killing yourself?
I kill myself.
Curses, otherwise I heal.
die at the end of the activation.
Damn you.
But I do place a scrap marker.
Okay, lovely.
So
There's
that's,
just a pile just behind the camera there, mate.
and that is the end of his activation.
Right, we're going to go with Ashes and Dust, and he can see a scrap marker now, so we're going to go for this. He's going to go for his bonus action, Whirlwind of Scrap. Target a scrap marker, push this model up to 12 inches towards its stat 5, needing a 12. So, we get the 7. So I'm going to push towards that scrap marker, and then I'm going to reframe because there's a big house in the way. And now we've pushed away. Ashes is going to move once, and then he's going to charge. So I'm basically just going to go to the other side of...
What did the total ever do to you?
Got him away. So this is a stat 6 versus his defense of
4.
Do you want to use your focus?
No.
No. Okay. So stat 6 versus defense of 4 puts me on 15 currently.
I will be on 10.
Anything to cheat?
No, go for it.
I am going to cheat down there with a crow because I'm going to declare necrotic decay because you have armor. So Ashes and Dust is going to take 2 points of damage to put it down to 6 health, and then it's going to be on a negative flip for the damage, but it's adding +2 to the damage, if that makes sense.
No, it's not nice.
So negative flip, weak, it's 2 up to 4 damage.
So I take 3, which puts me down to 4.
You're going to get your grip frantic back now.
I've got Grit Frantic back, it's okay lads, we're alright. Really straightforward activation. Sun Kyang's going to come and try and help a Toto to stay alive, so he's just going to take a double walk to here and hug Ashes and Dust, even though I've not got a melee.
Rusty Alice then, she's going to have to taste a little bit of her own medicine to start with, as she's going to walk through her own trap, and we think that she takes the damage and the injured. I can't see why not, because she's not got any rule to say that she doesn't. She has got 3 focused on her. She's going to declare a shot at, is it Minako Ray?
Minako Ray.
Minako Ray, I always feel bad about mispronouncing it. I can't even say the word.
I probably aren't pronouncing it right myself, to be honest.
So Alice is going to declare a shot using her Clockwork Seekers. It's a stat 6 versus your defense of
6.
Right then, so positive flip me, straight flip for you. It's 12.
I'm on
2.
14.
I am on 18. Anything you want to cheat?
I will cheat a Red Joker
Oh,
to take myself to 20.
that is fine. You do that. However, I'm going to discard a card to gun flurry, whatever it's called, rapid fire.
Well, before you do that, I'm going to declare my defensive trigger.
Oh, you can run away.
I can't run away, but I can give you Karmic Fate.
Oh.
So, I'll read this out.
I will declare this.
Yeah, discard any Karmic Fate upgrades on enemy models. Attach the Karmic Fate upgrade to the attacking model.
So Alice is now going to take the damage when Ray takes the damage.
Yep.
Thank you. He just hands it over to me off camera with just there's an evil smile. Right then, so I'm going to discard a card to shoot her again. I'll burn another focus because why not? I've got a black joker in here somewhere. It'll bite me in the backside now. So 2 cards. It's a 13 and a 9. I'm on 19 currently.
If I go up to... I will put an 8 in to go up to 14.
Okay, so negative flip goes to a straight flip because of my focus.
It does. And
this is 2, 3, 5 damage. 3 points of damage to Miss Ray.
Okay.
Rusty Alice would take 3, but I might stone this, to be honest.
Well, I'm going to stone.
Are you a henchman? Of course.
I'm a henchman.
I'll let you do your stoning first.
So I will prevent 2.
So a point of damage.
1 point.
I will stone. Watch this do more damage to Alice than it did to the opponent. And I prevent 1, so Alice will take 2, but she's armor 1, so I take a point of damage. And that was okay, it wasn't amazing.
Okay, so really straightforward for me. The Katanaka crime boss is going to take a walk action up to here. He's then going to use Thunder's Territory as his bonus action. Needs a 4. Gets a 7, and he will place himself in base to base. He doesn't get any triggers off that one, and not that any of them are relevant at this point anyway. And then he's going to focus again. And that is his turn done. Okay, so really straightforward ending to the activation. Ototo's now going to try and take his vengeance on Levy.
He heals when he activates, he takes a point of damage from entropy when he activates, and Levy's healed 1, essentially.
So, I'm on 4 health.
Levy's on 8.
And I'm going to take a swing.
So, stat of
6.
versus my defense of 5.
And I'm on a positive to my attack and my damage because I'm below half health.
Great frantic. 6 currently, so I'm on 11.
I will be on 18.
Can't do anything about this.
So
no cards.
I will take a point of damage.
Yeah, I'll declare my unmade because that's built in. That'll happen afterwards.
So I will go down to 3, but... So I'm on a positive. What do you say you're on?
This would be a straight, so then you get a positive, so you have a positive flip it.
Positive flip. Weak. And weak of 3.
3? 3? I'll stone it. Reduce it by 2. 1 damage. And then, yeah, now your unmade damage goes through.
Okay. I will declare Juggernaut, my bonus action, to discard a card. I will discard that 5. And see what I get. I will heal 2.
It begins. The yo-yo begins.
Which takes me back up to 6. And then I will swing again.
Okay.
And this time I'm going to burn a focus.
Yeah, because you're not on Grip Frantic now.
I'm at half health. It's half or less.
Oh, okay, so you get
So I'm on double
doubles.
positive. Double.
16 for me.
17.
Yep, can't do anything again. I'll declare the unmade trigger.
With the ram trigger, which is critical strike.
Lovely.
So
Negative flip for the damage, but then this would go to a straight flip for the focus, positive flip for your grit. Yep, that's going to hurt. How many?
that will be 6.
Again, I'll have to stone it. Down to 4 stones. Reduce it by 3. I'll take that. 1, 2, 3, 4 health left, and then yeah, the unmade trigger takes one off you, which knocks you down to 5. Is that everything, mate?
That's it.
Lovely. And this is the picture at the end of turn 2 going into turn 3, and we managed to get some points on the board, which is nice. So we both managed to remove a symbol of authority, which is always super tasty. And on top of that, Darren has declared that he has got research mission, because before she popped off the board, Misaki was in 4 inches of a corpse marker, a symbol of authority, and a scheme marker, which means that's pretty handy for her point scoring purposes. Aside from that, it's looking pretty ropey. I've just said to Darren off camera that
killing 2 of my runty models has now made the activations a little bit more tasty because you've got big meaty things that need to eat damage, and annoyingly that priest is protecting everything under the sun. How about you, mate? How are you feeling so far?
I think it's gone really well. I think that I've been surprised that I've been able to get the samurai quite across the board as much as I have. he is probably, unless something drastic happens over the next
he's
MVP so far. Even with taking the damage from Marlena. Toto's in a interesting position because he can
do a lot of damage.
Do some damage,
yep.
But then there's a nasty man in front of him. The priest is going to help out because basically I've got both my healers now stood behind him. I think Rusty Alice is now coming to the fight.
Yeah, Rusty Alice is still on a trap, so that's not great for her moving off it next turn.
Yeah, so obviously Minako needs to do something about her. I am a little bit light on soul stones, which is the only thing, but I think at this point, yeah, I'm quite happy with where we are.
So we flipped for initiative. It's worth me saying I stoned for cards again because I'm just crying at my cards. I flipped an 8, Darren flipped an 8, and then you cheated in the red joker. So
yeah.
We'll go to the start of turn 3, which will have the 10 Thunders taking the activation lead.
So after cheating in 1 card for my initiative, that is my hand for the turn. Reasonable.
And you're going to start with a Tototo. Healed 1, taking a point of damage from entropy. Levy has decided to heal 1 to take him up to 5.
Yeah.
I imagine he might not be at 5 at the end of this activation.
Well, we're going to see what we can do. So Toto's going to swing first of all.
Swinging at Leveticus.
Swinging at Leveticus.
Stat of 6.
Versus
my defense of 5.
And I've still got my grit bonus.
So I'm on 14 currently.
I am also on 14.
Oh.
With a master trigger which gives me nerfing.
Oh, it gives me nerf bad.
Nerfing.
I'm going to go to 17.
Well, if it's like that, I will go to 19.
Okay, I will declare the unmade trigger.
I will take a point of damage. I will go down to 3 health.
But you got your damage flip. It's a negative flip to a straight flip because of your grit.
It
Will
is.
Give you a bonus on the damage flip as well.
It is. Now, I will declare my trigger as well, which is Thunderous Blow. Enemy models within 2 inches of this model must each make a target number 13 move duel or gain slow.
Ooh, so do your damage flip and then we'll see how we go.
Damage flip
Is it straight?
is a straight, which is 4.
4 damage? I think Levy's going to have to stone that. I'm going to reach across and throw this in. That was an impressive throw off camera. I wish that would have been on camera.
Rim shot.
Reduce it by 3. So Levy will take a point of damage. Puts him on 5. However, I've now got to do what? Movement 13, Jules, did you say?
Movement 13, 4 ashes and dust.
So ashes and dust is move 7. So I need a 6 here.
Yeah.
Gets a 12.
And let me just check. It's enemy models within 2 inches of this model, so that must be a Toto. So Levy would take it as well.
Levy would take it as well. So Levy's got a move of 5. Not enough, takes him to 11. What's the difficulty of this?
13.
13. Tom does maths mentally in his head. I'll cheat in the 8.
Cool.
That's a lot of severes already out my deck though. I'm not keen on that. That's your first strike.
That was my first strike, so I took you down to
4 health.
To 4 health. Because that severe for this damage prevention really helps. I will hit you again, surprisingly.
Yep. Stat 5 for me.
I am on 16.
I am not quite on 16. I'm going to go to... I'm on 13 currently. I'm going to go to 15.
So single neg.
Single negative flip, goes to a straight again.
Yep. My crow trigger gives me nothing.
I'll declare it unmade, but you can do your damage afterwards.
I've gone down to 2 health, so straight damage flip. Severe.
Oh, Leveticus is going to have to stone it again. Didn't quite get the throw that time. Reduce it by 2, so 3 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, puts him on a singular point of health.
Oof.
Oof. And then, yeah, you're down to 2.
So my bonus action, I will Juggernaut. So I will discard a card to heal 1, 2, 4. And I heal 2.
Takes you back up to...
Take you back up to 4.
Lovely. Oh, I really don't know what to go with here. So these are the cards that I've got remaining after that activation.
I don't think Levy needs to go yet. I don't think Ashes needs to go yet. I don't particularly want Alice to go and gain injured this quickly, but I might regret that. So we're going to go with Marlena, because it's a safe enough option. She's going to declare a charge to that position there, mates. So this is going to be her Deadly Claws. Stat 6 versus the Samurai's defense of
4.
So you've got some flipping space just between the tree and the ruin there. So 13 for me.
13 for me.
Anything to cheat from you?
I will not cheat.
I will take the double negative flip. Watch me Black Joker. So 3 cards lowest, 2, 4, 5 damage track. Severe. Moderate. Weak. Oh, full range. 2 damage goes down to 1 because of your armour.
I'm armour 1, yeah, that's him done.
And then she'll swing again.
Stop it, stop leaving him alone.
Stat 6 versus your defense.
12.
7 currently, not 12. I will go up to 15.
I will say go for it.
Okay, I'm going to declare the protect the charge. I'm going to declare the trigger that allows me to push away.
Protect the child.
Protect the charge. The mask's fault, right? Negative flip again. 2, 4, 5. That's a weak and a weak. 2 damage down to 1.
Yep, so he has 2 left.
And then Marlena doesn't have entropy, so there's no point in her staying there. She's just gonna moonwalk 3 inches back to there.
Okay, so I'm going with the Katanaka crime boss next, and from where he is, he can't really get to Rusty Alice in a straight line, so he's going to take a slight walk action to here. So I'm going to target the shadow marker with Thunder's Territory to place the model into base to base with the target. He needs a 4 to do this. Gets the 5, so he places him base to base. He then charges his mighty 4 inches
Into base to base.
into base to base.
Take these with you. Doesn't remove the shadow marker or anything.
Doesn't remove the shadow marker. He would have got a trigger on the Thunder's Territory, but it's irrelevant, so nothing to declare there. And he's going to take a focused swing.
I'm going to drop my focus as well, because I think this is necessary here. What's the attack stat?
It is attack 6 against your defense.
Defense of 5. Okay, come on, Alice. So, positive flip for both of us. Oh, it's terrible. I'm on 7 currently.
Don't know if you can see those. I'm on 17.
Yeah, I'm going to have to cheat in to go to 12.
To make it a negative.
Yes. Well, straight flip because you focused.
I do have charge 3, so I do get a positive for charging and a positive for focus, so I'll be on a...
So you could actually flip another card here if you wanted to.
No, on the damage.
Oh, on damage, okay. So positive flip here.
Positive for damage. 3, 4, 5. 1. We will take 4 damage.
4 damage.
Do you wish to stone?
I'm going to have to spend my last stone. Oh, Alice. So this would be 4 damage, reduced to 2 damage. She's armor 1. And I've lost my pen. It's just over there, mate. Can you grab me that?
Yep.
Which knocks her down to 6 health. Now, you know, she doesn't get the karmic debt onto this lady over here, you know. I don't get to put the damage back to you, because that would be nice and fair, you know.
If only you could.
If only I could. Prospector for me then, I don't know what to do, so we'll do what's nice and safe. He's going to gain the stun condition to give me a soul stone, and then he's just going to simply put a marker down and then remove it for a praise. So stat 6, needing a 10. Gets a 1, I'll just eat that for now, and that'll do for him.
Okay, so to try and pile on the pressure, I'm going to activate Shang. And Shang is going to wander over to here, and then he's going to declare a charge on Leveticus.
No, I don't particularly want that, thanks. So, your attack is?
5.
Against my defense of 5. So, that is 17 for me.
16 for me. To
And-
get 12,
Yes.
make it an 18.
I'm going to declare the unmade trigger.
I will take a point of damage.
So, negative flip for you.
I can, but because I've got a mask, I can flay, so I can always cheat.
Awesome.
So, damage. 1, 2, 4. Make it 2.
Okay, that will kill Paul Leveticus. However, he's got Demise Pariah Soul, so he will disappear, and I will kill my wife off camera.
Now, because I am an assassin and I've killed a model, I now gain fast.
Lovely.
So what I'm going to do is take a focus. Go Shang. You are the man.
Totem kill.
Okay, my Scavenger is up next. He's going to tools for the job the 12 that I've discarded and swap it with a 7. He's then just going to quite simply just mosey 5 inches forwards here and drop down a scheme marker away from the crime boss so the crime boss can't see it. I'll just lift the camera up ever so slightly just so you can see where that is.
So Misaki has appeared next to her shadow marker, which she's now removed. First thing she's going to do is her bonus action to try and put some more cards back into my deck. So she needs a 4 for this. That will be a black joker.
She does not want to do that.
She does not want to do that.
At least
so
it's not on the attack.
I'm actually quite glad I did it that way around. She will then charge into Rusty Alice.
Okay, Rusty Alice is going to have to take this. This is against my defense.
Yep, so melee 7 for me.
Defensive 5 for me.
You do have focus, I believe.
I think I've spent my focus. I think that's your last one.
19.
13 currently with the unmade trigger.
Well, no triggers because I've got Masked Agent.
So I can't declare resistance triggers.
And that is the only suit that doesn't give me a trigger. But I will take it.
Okay, so I'm on 13 currently.
So 19, so it's a difference of 6, so it would be straight.
Sorry, I'm on 12 currently.
12, so it would be straight, but because I've got charged through, I get a bonus to this.
Okay.
So 5, which is weak, and a severe 5.
5 damage. Alice has got armour, but I'm going to stone. So 5 will go down to 4 because of the armour, and then I'll reduce it by 1 more, so 3 damage. Puts her on 3 health.
I will then interact.
With this?
Yep.
Let's get that point in the bag for the turn.
And I will then Oyabun's command on
Big man.
the Katanaka crime boss. So he will have a focused attack. Well, first of all, she'll try and cast it. That always helps. That's a 1. She needs an 8. So she has got to cheat her 10 in.
Okay.
1 card left in hand. Now he can make a charge. Because he's a last blossom, he can charge whilst engaged. So he's going to charge to 2 inches away.
Okay.
And try and hit her with a focused attack.
Stat of 6.
6.
Defense of 5. 16.
Missed.
Okay.
10.
Anything else?
No, that is Misaki's turn.
Right, Rusty Alice is left to go. She is going to attempt to disengage from this fight. So she is going to move. Do you just pick a model? I think you pick a model, don't you? So
I will pick Misaki. strangely
Misaki. So
enough.
stat 7 versus my defense of 5.
You got room there, mate.
17.
15 currently. Anything you want to cheat?
Nothing to cheat.
Right, so negative flip here to reduce me by 2, 4, or 6.
Moderate, please. Severe, the worst one left, and severe. Reduce you by 6.
Can't move. Great. Alice takes a point of damage and gains injured because she's still sat on her trap, and I think that's how it works. She's just going to have to try again, I think. Can't do anything else really at this stage, so I'll try and disengage again. Stat 5 of my defense versus Misaki's 7.
Yep, so I am on 20.
I am on 15, so negative flip again. Oh, Alice, you need to be moved 5.
Moderate and severe.
Can't do anything. Just stand there, take another point of damage. Puts her on 1 health, and she is injured again. She's stuck in her own trap, just like with her shoelaces all tangled into it. It's not feeling good for her.
Okay, so straightforward activation for me. I'm going to activate Sun Qiang. He's taken his points of damage for entropy, but he's gained it back because he heals within his own aura. He's going to have a wander round to here, still staying in Ashes and Dust's melee, and he's going to attempt to heal a Toto. So this is healing energy. Stat 6, needs a 12. Gets a 4. That doesn't work. So he will not.
He will not do that.
He will not do that.
Over to Leveticus for me. He's just going to watch Alice die now at this stage. I think he's going to be the cause of this death. But he's going to make a move to here. I was tempted just to stand and shoot at these guys, but I'm going to get stuck in. So I've looked at the top 3 cards. I'm going to charge Miss Minako to there. So he's going to go in with his Death Touch. This is going to be a stat 5 versus her defense of
6.
And I think I'm going to take a point of damage, well 2 points of damage, sorry, to go down to 6 to channel this attack.
Okay.
So, an 11
I'm on 8.
and a 5. So I am on 16.
Yes, I will take the damage.
Okay, so
8 is a straight, goes to a positive
because of my
channel.
channeling. So, I'll declare the necrotic decay trigger. I feel Levy's being very stupid with this because he's just taking damage when he really doesn't need to be. But I'll go down to 4 health because no guts, no glory at this stage. So positive flip.
Positive flip.
Please no black joker. That's a mod and a weak. So moderate will be 3 damage up to 5 irreducible.
I will discard a card. And I will deal 5 damage to
Alice. She'll explode. I'll put a corpse marker down for you.
and because of the karmic upgrade,
You summon.
I summon the one Yudo, burning wheel of fire thing.
Again, past tokens you've summoned.
Yep. He comes in, he takes 3 irresistible damage and gains slow, I believe. You've got the upgrade, Tom?
Yep, I will read it out. It's 3 damage and slow. Look at you, well prepared with that.
So he will have a slow token.
Is Minako bouncing away?
Yep, I'm discarding the 3 that I have left.
Where's she going to bounce to?
She's going to bounce to here. She can't fit there, so she'll bounce to here.
Okay.
She will heal 1 for bouncing.
4 bounce.
4 bounce.
Levy's still got 1 left. So I think I'm just going to drop the scheme marker.
Okay.
Just there. And that's going to be the old man done.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Minako Ray. Now that she's teleported backwards away from the nasty Levy man. She heals 1, but then takes a point of damage, which triggers your...
Yeah, Levy's within 8 inches, so he's going to heal Ashes, because Ashes is within 3 of Minako.
So Minako's going to use her Equality of Fate, and because Tom's got 1 card, I'm going to have a card into my hand.
Exciting times.
She's then going to attempt to disengage from Ashes and Dust.
I hope she's more successful than Alice was.
Well, she's got defense 6, which helps.
Yeah,
but-
stat 6 for Ashes.
So,
9.
13.
You succeed.
So she will move her mighty 6 inches to just get
6
herself...
inches? She moves 6?
She moves 6.
Alice can only dream of such movements.
Speedy crew.
It's just in front of you, a 6-inch stick there, mate.
Look everywhere for it, can't find it. Assume defensive formation.
Don't interact next to this.
And she will then focus, because they seem quite useful. And that is her activation done.
I'm going to leave the camera where it is, because I think Ashes and Dust, twice my last one, he's going to have to go. He's going to attempt to Savage Winds. Well, not Savage Winds. He's going to attempt to Whirlwind of Scrap, targeting this scrap marker, which you can see. Needs a 7 for this to go off. Gets a 9. That's always nice when that happens. So he's going to push directly towards it. So it basically means he just destroys your fox, Stands over there. Now, that isn't a move. So... quickly cuts back after checking Savage Winds, but I'm not going to remove the marker. I'm just going to attack the fox.
Okay.
So this is going to be stat 6 versus your defense.
I'm going to use my focus, and I am defense 5.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, should I just draw essence? No, how much else have I got left? 3?
He has 3.
Yeah, let's just whack it. So stat 6. 10 currently.
11.
I am going to cheat to 18.
So straight flip.
I'm going to declare the necrotic decay trigger and take 2 points of damage to go down to 5 to add 2.
to this. So straight flip. It's going to be a black joke, you watch. Weak of 4 damage.
Totem lost. Arcane Reservoir lost.
Does it drop any markers?
It is... doesn't have any type
Doesn't
on it.
have living or anything?
Doesn't have living or undead or spirit or anything.
All good. So that's me with ashes. Oh, I've got another action actually.
You have one more action,
Oh, craziness. I don't know what to do now. I've been spoiled with AP. I think he just probably hits a Toto and just see what happens, really. I think that's all I can really ask for. Stat 6 versus Toto's defense of 4.
4.
16.
12.
Any cheating from you?
No cheating from me.
I'm not going to bother with Necrotic Decay for this. I'd kind of rather keep hold of the health. It's not built in anyway, actually, anymore. So, negative flip.
Negative flip.
2, 4, 5. That's a severe. And a weak. That's 2 damage.
So I will take 1 because of armour, which puts him down to 3.
Do you want to teleport?
I will throw away that amazing card, which I do. He will teleport to base with Sun Qiang, and he will heal 1 for teleporting.
For no bonus gained at all there.
So really easy activation for me. The Katashiro is going to use his bonus action to place within 5. He's going to walk 5, and he's going to drop a scheme marker.
4 reasons.
4 reasons. And he is done. Really straightforward. Next activation as well. The Wan Yudo has come in. He's slow, but he is speed 7, so he's just going to have a roll around to here. 4 reasons.
Yeah, this doesn't feel good. This is this is gonna hurt.
Monsua Samurai is going to shoot. Well, he's going to focus first, and then he's going to shoot
At Marlena. Marlena's got defense of 6 versus your shoot of
5, but double positive for me. Spend my focus.
Oh no.
2, 1. It's looking good. Hey, 11.
10. No triggers for me to declare because it's not built in.
So negative goes to a straight because of focus.
Go for it.
2.
Armor 1.
So you can take 1 point of damage.
Tickle. Anything else?
You know what?
Has he got any other AP you can use?
He's
Any
got
other bonuses?
1 because he focuses for free.
Yep.
He's got 1 other action. I'll shoot her again. Only a single positive this time.
Only.
9.
Oh.
So 14.
6.
So it's a difference of 8. So it's just a straight flip. Hey, there was a severe left. 6.
6 goes down to 5 because of armour. 2, 3, 4.
She's got 2 health left. Thank you, Black Joker. That's what I needed. And that'll bring us to the end of the turn. And this is how we look at the end of turn 3 going into turn 4, and it's not looking good for the Outcast, should we say? You've got another symbol of authority under your belt, mate.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice and tasty. Misaki's buggered off again and dropped markers next to the Prospector and Marlena, so it's basically incoming death, shall we call it. That Samurai getting that big hit on Marlena was not appreciated in any way, shape or form. So at the moment, by our reckoning, it's 3 points to 1. But you seem to be very much in pole position with your scheme markers that you need to be near and also dropping them. Any thoughts from you?
I'm relatively happy where we are at the moment. All my slow moving stuff is in your table half. Levy's still a threat, but I've got 2 henchmen and the greatest healer in the world.
Yeah, it's not too bad for him. But we have flipped for initiative. You've stoned for your cards as well. It's worth saying I flipped an 11. I had my pass tokens. That seemed to take me ahead. I'm down to 5 models to your 8 now, though, so it's everything's going to be very finite. If I go with Levy early, Marlena's going to die. So we'll have a look as the Outcasts lead the way for turn 4.
Right, I'm going to lead the way then. So Leveticus is going to go. He's not particularly sure what he wants to do here, but we're going to go for some stuff. I've looked at the top 3 cards of my deck. I'm going to shoot Minako, I think. So I'm going to go with an unmaking attack, which I'm going to channel. So I'm going to take 2 damage, which puts me down to 2 health.
I'm going to spend my focus from last turn defensively.
So stat 6 versus your willpower.
Of 5.
Let's see how we do. So 4 and a 2.
13 for me.
Currently I'm on 10. I'm going to cheat up to... Oh, I should have thought about this. I'm going to cheat up to 17.
Cheat up to a 17. I will leave it at that.
So your current total is?
I'm on 13.
So difference of 5 would be a negative. Goes to a straight because of channeling. Goes to a negative because you're in cover.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Absolutely.
She's on 3 health. And this is 2, 3, 4 damage. So that's a moderate and a moderate. That's 3 irreducible damage.
She leaves the table. She does place a corpse marker.
Levy heals 2 because of his upgrade. So he's got unnatural vigour. So when he murders something, he heals 2 HP. He's now got a decision, really. Can your healer man hop himself away?
No,
he can't hop to himself,
He
can
cannot. It's another friendly model within his aura.
Yeah, screw it. Let's get stuck in. So I'm going to declare a charge. Whoop. To here. Because, like I said, I'm going out in glory, essentially, is my plan. So Leveticus is going to attack. If he's going to die, he's going to die. So I'm going to channel it again. So I'm down to 2 health. Stat 5 versus your defense this time, though.
Yep. No focus for me, so that'll be 21.
Oh, 17. Can't do anything about that. And now I'm just going to have to hit him. And I can't channel this because I'm on 2 health. So, shot, charge, just a normal swing. So, stat 5 versus your defense.
Of 7. 16.
15. Not great. Yeah.
Can I just point out the healer with defense 7?
I'm just disappointed with every swing. I mean, I'm loving it because at the moment, just seeing so many beefy characters out. But yeah, being on the receiving end is not great. So yeah, just kill my master.
Yeah, Toto didn't appreciate his friend who's kept him alive being punched, so he's going to swing. He's still angry with his grip because he's been taking damage.
Yeah, I've healed 1 though, thankfully, because I entropied you, which you healed, but I get to heal 1 through ruinous repair. So defense of 5 versus your stat of
6 with a positive.
What? Even when I flip well.
19.
17 with the unmade trigger, which I'll declare.
Okay, well, I will take the damage from your unmade trigger. I don't have a trigger myself, but it's
Negative to a straight.
Negative to a straight because of my grit.
3 health left.
3 health left.
And you do min 3, don't you?
I do min 3,
so this should be fine.
4.
That will kill. That'll kill my boy. My boy. He's dead. I'll drop his corpse marker. Somewhere around about. Yeah.
And, well, I've got an AP left, so I will charge Ashes and Dust.
Oh, like that, is it? It's like
that.
So, Ashes and Dust has got a defense of 6.
So my attack is 6, same again.
8 current. Jesus Christ!
18, apparently.
I will go to 13, just to make it a negative to a straight.
Yep. I get positive for charging, if you want to take that back.
Forget it, I've flipped it now.
So it's a positive.
It's
Moderate.
It's going to tickle whatever it is.
Severe of 5.
5. That kills Ashes and Dust. So I'm going to need to replace it. I'm going to have to go to my shelves here. We'll cut off camera because I'm going to have to work out where these go.
So Toto, because he killed Ashes and Dust, gains fast for having his assassin rule.
Yep.
You've brought in
My Dust Storm and my Ashen Core.
I am going to use the Storm is Coming to try and bring a... No, I'm not. I'm just going to focus, thinking about it. Simple. And I'm then going to Juggernaut for him. So discard a card.
He's just tanked so much damage.
I'll discard this too. And I will then flip a 12. So he'll heal 4.
Lovely. I can't help but feel we're in the formality stage of the battle report now, where we're just going through the activations. Marlena's going to go, so because why not? I'm just going to charge to there. An attack against your samurai of a stat of 6, good sir.
Defense of 4.
Right. Pachow. 17 somehow.
4.
Black. Yay!
It does exist.
Thank you for that. So positive flip.
Positive flip.
I'll declare the ram trigger, which is the protect the child, just to push away. So positive flip. My black joker's still in here though, isn't it? Or have I flipped it? Moderate and weak. That's 2 damage.
Goes down to 1.
I won't push myself away because I'm going to have to standard swing. Again, stat 6 versus your defense.
Here we go.
That
15.
is not 15. That is a 6, so I'm on 12. Yeah, I just can't do anything at this stage.
Absolutely can't. It's worth me saying that I should probably show my hand to camera. That's where we are. She's going to try and etherically heal though, so stat 4 needing a 10. This is what I was trying to do last turn. I didn't realise that you didn't actually have to discard the card, you can just draw. She gets a 7, so she gets it anyway, so that's succeeded. I'm going to discard a card. Which of my rubbish cards shall I discard? I am going to discard this mighty 1 to heal 1. Puts Marlena on 3. Come at me, Misaki. Come at me with my 3 health.
Okay, so I'm going to activate the one Yudo as he's turned up on the battlefield for literally the first time I've ever seen him.
It's a beautiful model though.
It's a gorgeous model. It's really, really nice. And it's a lovely piece of Japanese mythology as well. He has a move of 7 and a mobile warrior, so he is going to charge your prospector and he's going to just trundle over him to there.
Now this means I have to take a test.
It does. After resolving the action, you'll have to take a test or take damage and burning.
Oh
It's
dear.
like that.
Oh dear. I am manipulative because I'm not activated. Hey.
Boo! Boo! I completely forgot about that. Boo! So, I will swing.
Yep. Defense of 5 for me.
I will have 11.
I will have 14.
I will not hit you.
So what's this test I've got to take then? Is it if you're successful or just anyway?
That's just for moving. That's just for resolving an action. It's a target number 12 move duel or suffer 1 damage and burning +1.
Okay, so I've got a move duel. Did you say? Yeah.
Move duel.
Needing a 12. So I've got a 5. I need a 7 here. Goodbye. Get a 3. Wait. No, I don't have a high enough card in my hand. So.
It's like that.
I literally don't have anything. Point of damage and burning. Yeah.
Point of damage and burning.
Yeah, that's gonna tickle. It's gonna tickle a little.
I am going to hold back the flames. Basically, this is his bonus action. It's a cast of 6, needs an 11. Gets the 9 of Rams.
Yes.
So that reduces the burning condition of all models within 3 inches by 1.
Thank you.
And they take 1 damage.
Oh, yes, thank you. Puts him on 4 health as his beard is singed. Any other shenanigans you've got up your sleeve?
Yes, I will burn you again. I will attempt to just run you over.
What? Okay, so what's this? Against my defense again?
Standard attack again.
Right.
You're still manipulative.
I am still manipulative, even though he's got a singed beard. Oh my god, cards.
13.
6. I flipped to 1.
Oh, okay. So difference of 7 straight?
Straight flip. What's the damage track?
I don't know this card.
We're in unexplored territory.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, you might kill him here.
4.
Oh, you suck. You terrible human being.
And
Look, he was an honest Malifaux labourer. He did nothing wrong.
He moves 5 inches as well.
Oh,
as part of his... Not a trigger, he just moves 5 inches. So he's going to move to there.
How many models have you killed or almost killed from standing this game? Like full HP? Like Marlene has almost been one-shotted. Alice was almost one-shotted. Prospect Necropunk? Both waves? Well,
Yeah.
1 wave actually. Brilliant. Can he do anything else or is that all of his AP?
That's all of him done. I'm quite pleased with that.
I think that was an amazing activation. I'm just saying to Darren, I feel like the camera has done a full lap of the board so far trying to get it in. Duststorm's going to go. He's going to just literally mosey to base contact there. He's going to drop a scheme marker there. And he's going to initiate Reformation with this little boy. Here she is, come to finish the job on my 3 health Marlena.
Yeah, Misaki's popped out. She's going to spend her first action to focus, and then she's just going to make a charge in.
Just within 2 or all the way in?
All the way in. Let's go. She's going to drop her focus.
Yep, no surprise there.
And then she's going to swing.
I've got defense of 6.
Stat of 7 because 10 thunders. 14.
15.
Ooh. 17.
I'm going to declare the Teddy help trigger. I don't know if this does anything if you kill me.
I've got masked agent, so you can't declare defensive triggers.
Oh, you just ruin it. The Teddy could have slapped her.
I've ruined
the fun.
I've ruined the fun.
Go for it. Negative flip? Straight
negative.
flip? Because does she get bonuses for charging?
She gets charged through and she focused, so she's actually on a positive.
Have you got a second Black Joker in that deck anywhere that you can find for me?
I can try.
No, that's not it.
I'll take the severe.
I think you get 3 cards higher. She might even red Joker this.
No, I'm only
5 will absolutely murder Marlena. She is a construct, and she's living, so I'm just gonna drop a corpse just there. I think you're all good with that research mission that you've got on hand though.
Absolutely. And I'll just...
Yeah, you've still got an AP.
I'll walk her back around this side
Just
of the
to here?
building, yes, and then she'll use her nice shiny ability
Get all those
to abandon
scooped up.
honour.
So, do you want to flip for it and then we'll shuffle off camera? Nails it.
Nails it.
And we'll shuffle away. Okay, my scavenger is going to go. He is unsure about life really at this stage. He's going to move to this position here after he's tooled for the job. I've got that mask back out of my deck and chucked away too. I'm going to target the dust storm. I'm going to try and weird device it because that seems like a thing to do. Stat 5, needing a 12. I don't want it to have... Oh, I could give it fast, but that's not really going to do anything. I'm just going to cheat in a lower card. I'm going to cheat in this mask that I pulled out of my discard pile. So, first of all, Dust Storm gets a mighty focus. It's feeling a little bit better about life. And then the Scavenger gets Vanish. He gets to do his weird teleporty actions, and I think he's just going to beam himself over to the back here, just so he's at least near that marker. Let's just move the camera up for you, just so you can see him. Well, this is all you for activations now, mate, so lead the way.
Okay, very, very easy with Katashiro. He's going to use his Blown on the Wind to move there. As his bonus action, he's walking 5. And then he's taking that off the table.
Lovely, gets you that other point again.
Yep.
Samurai?
Samurai is going to walk and charge to there. Probably just remove that tree out of the way. And that's him done. He's going to Juggernaut to just try and heal himself. Discards a card from the hand, which is that. And then he will heal 1.
Lovely.
So for my last activation, the Katanaka Crime Boss is going to walk up to here. He's going to try and use Thunder's Territory on the shadow marker that he's got here.
Penultimate activation, you got the priest to go after this.
Oh, I keep forgetting the priest. Gets a 4. That's not enough, so I need to go to my hand. We'll have a 7. To place him here. And then he will drop a scheme marker.
Lovely.
Okay, for my last activation, because I'd completely forgotten about him, despite him being like a quiet all-star.
MVP, yeah.
An MVP. Sun Qiang is going to move around by a Toto, and he's actually going to take an attack action. He's got Yin and Yang. So it's a cast of a stat 7, target number 13 with a willpower resist. And I'm going to do it on the Dust Storm.
Okay, Dust Storm's got a willpower of 5. Let's see how we do.
I'm on a 10.
I am on to 14.
I will cheat up to 15 just to make sure I cast it.
Yep, I've got nothing to declare here.
Well, it would give you Adversary Ancestor on the trigger, which does nothing, but it just puts Distracted on you.
Lovely, and that brings to the end of the turn. So I think we're approaching the end now as we go to turn 4 into turn 5. It's been a painful lesson in gang warfare from Misaki's crew. That being said, we've got some points on the board though. So you got another symbol of authority off the board, and you also managed to score Spread Them Out by removing your markers.
I did.
I got lucky because Ashes and Dust has reformed. I think it gets the focus and Distracted. It's really not going to matter for the remainder of the game, but it did manage to reform within 4 inches of 3 different tokens: a symbol, a scheme, and a scrap. So that was quite nice. So I managed to score Research Mission. And then I also managed to remove those 3 scheme markers, so I also got to Spread Them Out. There's no way I can score the second point for either of those with 2 models left. But we'll try and get some sort of respectable points. How about you, mate? You were saying about damage flips off camera.
Yeah, that turn my damage flips were just crazy, and I think the fact that, you know, the Katanaka Crime Boss is 3-4-5, Misaki's 2-4-5, a Toto is 3-4-5.
Moderates really hurt.
2-4-6 on the Samurai. There's some big hits, and you were talking about the hit point totals.
Yeah, the HP of these models is they can tank a lot, and you think how aggressive Levy is and how much damage you can get out with the shooting and that. Just the amount they can absorb is huge, and I think Darren's perfectly done that kind of slightly more elite crew. You've paid for it in stones, but they've paid for themselves on the board.
Absolutely.
We flip for initiative. What we're going to do is we're going to do the first couple of activations, and then Darren will move all of his pieces to score what he can score, and then we'll wrap up the game. Let's go for respectability, shall we, Darren? We're just gonna casually. Shh. That's the point. I'm just gonna casually show my hand before I had as well.
It's a better hand than I've had for the rest of the game.
Your hands haven't been great.
They've been alright. I can't complain. I can't complain, and I shan't complain. Apart from after the game to Darren, I'll cry into his arms. Anyway, your go.
So I'm going to go with a Toto, who's managed to stick around all this time.
Somehow, yeah.
He's going to heal 1 because he's activated next to his friend Sun Qiang, so he's now up to 8.
This guy, I hated him at the start of the game. I hate him more now.
I'm going to attempt to drop a smoke bomb. So this will put one of Misaki's shadow markers into play. I'm going to try and drop it
Like
around
there.
here. Need a 5
flipping space by that lake, mate.
Oh, 8 of masks, exactly what I need. So we will have a... Doesn't say ski marker on it, it says shadow marker.
No, it's a marker.
And because he's got the mask trigger he places next to it.
Do you get to heal because you place near the dude?
If I place within 3 inches, I do.
Do you want to do that? You should place there.
You know, you're a very generous person. You're a very nice man, Tom. Whatever anyone says about you, it's not true.
Says.
You are a nice man. So a Toto will go back up to 9.
Yeah, you do. 9 health. How much is he? Oh, never mind. Go on.
We'll totally up how much he's healed in this game.
Hit me.
And I've not got grit anymore, so I'll just have to spend a focus to hit you.
I'm going to drop my focus and that will cancel my distracted. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, so just a straight flip for me. Defense of 6 though. I haven't got my deck though, that would be a good start. Let's go grab that.
I'm also melee 6.
I go to 17 somehow.
18 with the critical strike trigger.
I'm going to cheat into 18 and declare unmade.
Boo
Boo,
to
you, sir.
Boo to you, sir. So double negative becomes a single negative because it's focused. So damage track is 4, 5, 6 because of crit strike.
Of course it is. Black Joker, please. That'd be great. Oh!
So it's a moderate of 5.
Moderate of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts me on 3 health. But you do take that valuable point of damage.
You know what I'm going to do, just out of petty spite?
Go for it.
I'm going to discard this too.
It's Juggernaut, mate.
It's a Juggernaut. And I'm going to Juggernaut for 1.
Yeah.
So I didn't heal fully.
Yeah, how does that feel? You enjoy that 9 health or whatever he's got.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I've just casually reminded Darren that he should take an entropy damage because I don't want the Toto to finish on full health. I'm going to hit him because that seems sensible and totally fair. Stat 6 versus your defense, my love.
Defense of not very much, 4.
Pachow! 16.
18 on a red Joker.
And I can't cheat.
Deck, I love you. Everyone should buy a pixel deck.
That pixel deck, I
decks
praised
rock.
it at the start. Alright, I'm going to hit you again. Alright? And you're going to take the shot this time.
6.
More than 6. I'm on 14. Yeah, you look at those cards.
I will make it up to... I'll put it up to 10, so it's a negative.
I'm going to cheat up to 17.
So it's a straight.
I'm going to declare the wing trigger because Ashes and Dust just doesn't want to be in this. So straight flip, yeah?
Straight flip.
Ha! Severe. 5 damage.
Take 1 point of armour, so I take 4. Now I've got grits again.
I'm just going to push 5 inches just to there. Because why not?
So Misaki's come out of the shadow marker because Toto very kindly put one down for her.
Yep.
So she's moved across the entire length of the battlefield.
I'm so pleased to see her.
And she thinks, thanks for the favour of Toto, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an Oyaban's command, and I'm going to try and make you charge into Ashes and Dust. Needs an 8. Gets a 9.
Lovely. Come at me, Toto. Come at me.
Toto now has grit,
Yeah,
so he's going to charge to there,
that's the thing.
and he's going to have a positive to his attack flip.
Defense of 6 though.
That's a 1. That's an 11. That's a 17.
That's an 18.
That is also an 18.
Negative flip. Double negative flip.
Double negative, but I get a positive for
charge
charging,
reasons.
and I get a positive for grit.
You're just making up these positives at this stage. You're just making it up.
8, which would be 4. I'll take that.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Okay. Look, we've been here before. We're going to be here again. I mean, you've given me an activation though, so I appreciate that.
It's a bit whack-a-mole, mate.
It is a little bit whack-a-mole, so kudumph. I'm just going to chuck him there. Anything else for Misaki?
Well, yeah, Misaki's
Gonna murder the
going to come
Scavenger.
and murder a Scavenger, so she's going to charge.
He's got a defense of 5.
Against my melee of 7. 17.
18.
Well,
Well,
that's just not cricket. So she'll miss.
Yeah, she will. How do you like that? My scavenger cares not.
And just
Gonna hit me again, bud.
she'll do it again. 14.
6. Let me cry. I'm gonna go to 14 with an unmade trigger. You will take damage this game.
Is that a defensive trigger?
Oh no, I can't. 14. Go for it.
I'm going to go up to 17 with a crit strike trigger.
Do you get positives for everything here?
No,
Just,
it is now a
Just because
negative.
you're 10 thunders.
Severe.
Yeah.
And another severe.
Yep.
No, a moderate. So that's 5 damage.
He's got armor 1, so 4 damage. 2, 3, 4. He laughs at you. He gets 2 health left.
And she's just, because she can, she's going to use her Abandon on her. Needs a 4 to shuffle some of those severes back into my deck. There we go. And I've got several models that haven't activated yet, so I'll shuffle back in. That's the end of her activation.
I'm going to forego my Dust Storm's activation. We'll just tidy up for the rest of the game.
And this is the picture at the end of those last couple of activations. Essentially, we just made sure we were near the right marker. You made sure you were near the correct markers and put the scheme markers down. And I think, Darren, if we've done our counting, I managed to get a point.
You did?
It takes me up to 4. You got the other symbol off and you've managed to score your second points for Spread Them Out and Research Mission. So I believe that's a perfect game. That's 8 points. In Gaining Grounds 1 as well, which is notoriously difficult to get 8 points.
That was a brutal, brutal game.
Absolutely horrendous. So we will tidy up the board and we'll go to the post-match.
And oh my god, what a brutal game. That felt painful. I'll bring Darren back in. Can I have your pixel deck? Do you mind? Is that
Ninja! Ninja!
Do you mind? Is the MVP the pixel deck? Are we going to say?
We talked through and we tried to work out what the MVP for me, because the Samurai was amazing on the first couple of turns. Sun Qiang keeping models in the game.
A Toto healed full health.
A Toto smashing Leveticus and Ashes and Dust in a single activation. It made me laugh. Maybe not Tom so much, but the deck was just ridiculous. It really did flip hot when I needed it to, even if my hands weren't amazing all the time. 2 really, really aggressive crews smashing into each other, and it could have gone either way, but such a swingy game.
We'll probably do a Malifaux podcast on Misaki in the future, but if you have to do a sales pitch for anyone looking at this crew, apart from smashing Pal, what is the selling point, mate?
I think the fact you can come at people from such different angles with the shadow markers, the Movement 4 models, the Katanaka Crime Boss and the Samurai, if you look at where they ended, they basically ended in Tom's deployment zone.
Yeah.
They were across the table, certainly the Samurai on turn 2, just getting pushed forward. Her flexibility, the fact that she just teleported back to my deployment zone for turn 5 just because I could. There's not much more I can say. They hit hard, they're fast, they're flexible. They really suit that if you want an elite crew. Minako Ray bringing in the Katashiro, they're just crazy as well. They just do everything for you, and there's across the faction they're great, but Misaki, as I said, she was my second master because I wanted to beat her, and she certainly fits that description.
Well, good game, I'll do an air COVID handshake over here.
Air COVID.
Good say, right, I'll chuck you off, chuck you away so, Weird can nerf your crew again. Anyway, so, got it in there at the end. You can't shut up, right. Massive thank you for those who've watching. Obviously we've got social distance measures in place, so hopefully the audio's been okay. Give us some feedback, as long as it's not about how bad I am at this game, because we accept that at this stage. We've got, I think, one more game of Season 3, Season 2 even. I'm already preempting myself. If you would like to see a Season 3 or would like to see me use another new crew, hopefully to slightly more effect than today, let me know in the comments below. Let me know any ideas of any masters you want. Ideally someone from a different faction. If I've Neverborn had Outcasts, maybe start thinking about those other ones. I hear Guild are underpowered, so maybe we need to fix that with some videos. Anyway, I digress. If you've enjoyed this, as always, do the boring YouTuber things like, subscribe and all that. But more importantly, if you like what you see and want to see more, either support us through Patreon or checking out some super sexy merch, which you can find in the description below. So big thank you from me, big thank you from Darren.
Thank you.
And a big thank you to you. See you soon. Hi guys, thank you very much for watching our content. It means the world to us. If you'd like to see some more videos, they should be over here. And if you'd like to support our channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. See you later.